Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the second episode of Hanamonogatari. And last episode, it's all about Kanbaru. We finally reached her arc, and we just kind of see how she's handling things, life, stuff like that. And we did go further in time, so Araragi's, not really around, like he's graduated, so all the Nanako stuff must have went fine, which we kind of knew. We saw her get fixed. Well, it's not a good word for it. We saw her go back to being human, so of course she wouldn't kill Araragi after that. So Senjuka and Araragi graduated. Kanbaru's just at school, no more senpai, really. But she's still having fun, it seems like. And she kind of ended up meeting an old friend, sort of, Roka, I think her name was, who's been up to some mischief, kind of became a little of a devil of herself and had a bit of a confrontation with her about what she's doing, kind of telling her to, no, stop it, bad. I mean, that was the overall gist of the conversation. And when she, the next day, Kanbaru's arm has been healed, so that's great news, of course. Even if I don't fully understand why it worked that way, it's still a good thing regardless. Well, hopefully there's no side effect to that disappearing. So, but yeah, now that it's gotten better in episode 1, I kind of wonder what the rest of the arc's going to be about. Obviously it's got to center around Roka and maybe the mother, I guess, because the mother's was established as being eccentric, so there could be something with that too. But we'll see. Guyan might come into play at some point. All those things we'll see. So let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. The arm is healed. Whew. Maybe you should go back to the shorter hair. Kanbaru, just suggestion. Yeah, it's like for the entire show we've seen that as just a hairy arm, so this is a pretty big deal. She looks great though, with the long hair. I mean, some time has passed. Not a lot. Yeah, and we haven't really done anything with Araragi since then. Nothing that would cause this. Yeah. Araragi's still fine. Wouldn't want him to die. That stupid shadow. Would have been great without the shadowing effect. That's the question, and I'm sure we'll get an answer to eventually. Be careful, your grandmother might walk by again. Or I might walk by. It's a gorgeous shot, though. And even the gymnasium looks incredible. So yeah, Kanbaru seems to be about as confused as I am, so that's good. Now we get to watch his open and actually knowing who this Roka girl is. And yeah, they were quite clearly close back then. That's beyond obvious. But they obviously had a falling out. Which I wonder if we'll get some detailed flashbacks kind of showing that. See, the petals falling without you. Such a sad line. And yeah, I really should actually read the lyrics. It's just I never did that when I watch anime just, by myself, so... Yes, quite obvious that the arc's going to focus a decent amount on Roka with that opening. So gonna bandage it up. Man, Kamado just looks so good. Wow, this is beautiful. Well, yeah, the weight's definitely gonna be different now, so takes some getting used to in various ways. Oh, careful. Oh, yeah, the arm can actually get hurt now. Probably the happiest she's ever been about an injury. It's real in every sense. And just wow, that tree. You know, arm's always there for you when you need it. Yeah. Still should probably put a bandit on it. Oh yeah, there's also the boy version of Ogi that now exists. You wouldn't understand. Wow. You tell Ogi. Still don't understand that character. Yeah, and she wasted no time, you know, dealing with that. Has she really stopped? Huh. But you still gotta be relevant to the rest of the arc, right? She wouldn't just leave the story right away. So, yeah, really not sure where we're gonna go from here. Yeah, but for bad reasons, that's why we, you know, shamed her for it. I mean, it was a person. Like a person we knew in middle school. I suppose. Incredibly irritating defense. Poison Swamp. Very odd nickname. All I remember is the Valhalla Kombi nickname with her and Senjugahara. Well, that would be pretty bad, pretty disheartening for sure. Yeah, that's a bit concerning. What's she up to? Well, we can't just let her go. Like, we gotta keep an eye on her somehow. Kaiki! Okay. That... Wait, no, this does... Yeah, this takes place afterwards. He survived? Yeah, wow, Kaiki. Grew some facial hair. I guess a near-death experience can do that for you. But how did you survive that? Well, I'm glad you're alive, Kaiki, for whatever that's worth. Guess Kaiki has the devil's luck. She has a name. Oh, yeah, you're not gonna be able to outrun Kambaru. You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna stop talking. Wow. I can't believe you moved that fast. Like, you ran so fast, look at you standing still. That was insane. How? How are you this fast, Kaiki? Are you even human? Are you actually a devil? Because that would explain a few things. I've never seen anyone in this show outrun Kambaru. I mean, I know her balance is off, but still. That's a line. That's gotta be soul-crushing. I'm just happy Kaiki's alive. We gotcha. Oh, Kambaru, I don't know what that was, but that was cute. It was like a cat or something. It's an amazing face. I see. I guess that explains this meeting. The little timing for the meeting, rather. Of course, everything is. Well, he finally met up with Kambaru. What he wanted. I mean, he did try to run away from you. Okay. That explains that reaction. Didn't work. Yeah, there's no escaping Kaiki. Kaiki can apparently escape death. Yeah, bring it back to that theme. Yeah, what do you want from Kambaru? That's really been a big mystery for quite a while. Way back in Nisa when you were at the house. Oh? Just don't splash beverages in each other's face. Not used to the facial hair on Kaiki. It'll take some getting used to. It's not as weird as wearing a Hawaiian shirt, but it's up there. We got through to her. Oh wow, this is fancy. Yeah, straight up apron whatever, straight up says yakiniku. Okay, I mean, I guess not the... It's moderately fancy, let's just say that. Not quite what I expected. In one of these places where you cook your own meat, which... I feel like there's some risk with that, but... I guess it's fine. No talking yet, though, so a little awkward. The facial hair. If everyone happy just gets meat in you, and you'll be happier. Just life advice there. I could go for some yummy meat right about now. But, you know, that's rich person food. How dare you make it harder to hate you, Kaiki. So rude. Yeah, she has a name. And I always think of, you know, Izuko when you say Gain, so it throws me off. I can live with that. I call her Kambaru because of what I'm used to, but Sudoga's the least confusing. Yeah, nobody should like being called that, like child of whatever. Yeah, nobody likes cold meat. Oh. So? Are you enjoying Kaiki's meat? I don't think that's hereditary. Certainly a possibility. I actually don't remember what she was. It's been a while since Kambaru's had an arc. What do you mean by that, Kaiki? Yeah, like the weird uncle nobody talks about kind of deal. Yes, what is the point? Like, the suspense is starting to kill me. What do you want from Kambaru? Well, quite clearly. Keep calling her childhood guy. Talking about the other guy. Because, yeah, she wanted to meet her. That would have been... okay. That's how it was played. Yeah. I bet. Okay. Tutor. Wow. Okay. Okay. On the husband's side, okay. Better find some things here. You were a secondary concern. Of course. I kind of get that impression. I guess that's a logical conclusion to come to. In fact, that's probably the most logical conclusion. Go watch the meat. Okay. Oh? Oh yeah, I think we heard about that. Or at least something about it. That poor meat. Bit of a gap. How old is Kambaru anyway? She'd be like around 16 or so, right? That meat is not cold though. Yeah, she's doing better than usual because her arm's better. Well, it got a little bit scratched up earlier. Ghostbuster. Yeah, who you gonna call? Kaiki Deshu. You would never. Extension card's situation is more complicated than you probably realize. It's an effort to hate him at this point. I didn't think so. Yeah, I mean, and true. No, we're light novel characters. Very true. It's a good way to put it. We know Kanbaro is kind of a runner, but it's not like she constantly runs. You can consider someone a liar, but it doesn't mean they constantly lie. They do would have to tell the truth sometimes, We got the card. We took it. We'll see if she ends up using it. Yeah, we can't have that. The meat's getting lonely, Kanbaro. Making me pretty hungry here, Kaiki. Oh, that was way too fast. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Yeah, he knows about that too. Of course he does. He knows everything. Well, not everything. That's only for Gain. I assume he's referring to Gain Izuku with that. Or maybe someone else. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, he might be talking about someone else. Okay, is that gonna be like Roka or connected to Roka? Because we have to bring her back in the story somehow. But we'll see. Yeah. Yeah. This occurred to me. Kaika's gotten one-on-one time with most of Araragi's harem, Tenjigahara, Hanakawa, and now Kanbaru. And Nadeko. So, only one really not is Hachikuji, which is a bit of a different case. Maybe Izuku told him. Your friend. No, it's not Higasa. I assume he means Ogi. But, I don't know. No, okay, that was the only other option. But how would Roka know? She didn't talk to her. Oh, it's already over? What? Where did the time go? I was not ready for that. That was not 20 minutes. You can't convince me. Can't believe that was the episode. I mean, there's probably a little bit left at the end, but still, I can't believe it went by that quickly. I was seriously in disbelief when the ED popped up. Yeah, like I said, only one Kaiki hasn't talked to is Hachikuji, which could have been an interesting conversation. Although if Kaiki had actually died, I guess it would have been a chance for him to talk to Hachikuji in the afterlife. Didn't even bring out the fact that he was, almost killed before. Because my first thought when I saw him was, does this take place before that? But no, we already established this was the furthest ahead chronologically arc. Araragi Tenjikara graduating. So this would have had to been after that. So that means he survived it somehow, which I don't know how. I would like an explanation on that, but I guess it's not required. Oh, bath scene. Because, we hadn't seen enough of Kanbaru yet. Wow. Making it very hard to read the subtitles, I'm gonna be honest. I can barely pay attention to them. Oh, even like a reflection there. I don't know. I mean, you're keeping up some pretty good appearances right now, I'll be honest. Oh, that was way too short. Oh, we're bringing up Cotton to help, okay. Yeah, I need to have more chats with this girl. Of course, Water Drop Academy, the best school. Oh. Because, yeah, I mean, I remember back when Cotton was introduced to her, during the toothbrush. It was aside during the toothbrush episode. Wow, she just staying outside like that. It's great. Kanbaru, you are something, alright. I have missed you. It's great that you finally have an arc again. But anyway, that was the second episode of Hanamonogatari. Okay, so what happened with this episode? Well, for one thing, Kanbaru, the beginning was just kind of Kanbaru really coming to terms with the fact that her arm is back to normal, fully accepting that, being confused about why it's happening, but it's clearly real. It bleeds and stuff, it hurts, the nerves are connected. It's really her arm again. Although I don't think we've fully figured out why that was the case, did we? Like, I know she was thinking about Araragi, because obviously if he died, that may be one reason why it could go back to normal, but Araragi's clearly still alive. It was a close call, but he is still alive, so that couldn't be it. And, we had some nice bits of Kanbaru just waking up wearing nothing, as she usually does, opening the door like that, because Kanbaru is quite bold, as we've established. And Ogi, friggin' Ogi still being an Ogi, like, that's all Ogi really is. Apparently half forgetting that he's, a boy now, like, it is just so impressive that a character in a show like Monogatari can come across as a weird character. Like, the show full of weird characters, he still feels like the weird one. That is just really impressive. That can't be understated, how impressive that is. So, we talked a little bit about Roka, and she seemed to have kind of disappeared. And then Kanbaru ran into Kaiki, which is a pretty big surprise for several reasons, because I had thought Kaiki died. I mean, technically we didn't see him die, he just got his head hit by a bat or something, and he was bleeding on the ground. I think it was even snowing out in the middle of nowhere. Usually people would die from that, but I guess not Kaiki, I should have known Kaiki wouldn't die so easily. But, what's almost as surprising as him being alive was him outrunning Kanbaru. Like, Jesus Christ, Kaiki, are you even human? He must be the true devil. I did like her reaction to losing, though. Just like, this con man beat me in the only thing that I actually was good at. And he picks her up, kind of like you would pick up a cat by the scruff of their neck, and then she lets out that really moe squeaking sound. I don't even know how you describe it, but it was great. So, and yeah, we knew Kaiki wanted to interact with her because that was the reason why he took up the job the previous job was because Sensei Gahara, or at the very least Araragi, had a connection to Kanbaru, and Kaiki wanted to exploit that because these are connections you can have and make for new connections. However, Kanbaru knows about Kaiki, heard about him from Sensei Gahara and or Araragi, and of course neither of them have a very high opinion of Kaiki, so their advice to her was, if you see this man, you run. Any direction that's not the one he's in, you run to it. Of course, it seems like they didn't give her advice on what to do when that didn't work, so no plan B, no contingency plan. It was just, it failed. And we got some one-on-one dinner time here, and it just led to a very interesting dynamic because you have Kaiki, who to some degree cares about Kanbaru, and then you have Kanbaru, who hates Kaiki, but not because of anything Kaiki's done to her. All of the so-called hatred she has for Kaiki is just kind of a manufactured hatred because she's heard bad things about him from people that she does care about. So it just led to a very interesting dynamic of when he's trying to bond with her, help her, establish some friendly relations, and she's actively trying to make herself not like him, dislike him, hate him, and this is just kind of a bit of an odd sort of battle between the two of them. Just a very interesting scene as a result. I liked it quite a bit. And even some of the little shots of Kanbaru, she almost looks like a cat that's just kind of trying to, that's on guard, He keeps calling her Gaine's child because that's all. He's never met her before. That's all she really is to him, Gaine's child. He hasn't interacted with her or anything before now, so that's really all she is to him. And that could, of course, change a little bit if they do interact. And they did interact a little bit, and he did change to calling her Tsuruga, which is better than calling her Gaine's child. And calling her Gaine's child is especially weird because Gaine was obviously, what was her given name? The mother? Toei, I think? It might be on this list here. Kanbaru Toei, yeah, I think that was the mother. So yeah, she used to be Gaine though, but she switched to Kanbaru because husband taking the name and all that. However, as Kanbaru kind of deduced, the only reason why he would call her Gaine, in spite of meeting her after the name was changed, was because he doesn't accept, the change in name, the marriage, the guy that she married, which you would logically, connections you would go to that he was in love with her and was maybe salty that he didn't get to be the one with her. So that's certainly, it's kind of how it all connects, So basically what it comes down to, though, is that he, I guess, made her a promise to kind of take care of her if something happened to her, and something did happen to her, and he found out about it fairly recently, which is why he fairly recently decided to try to get into her life in some capacity. And we have lots of meat here. A lot of discussion about the importance of meeting meats. Okay, this was another thing. He said last August, did you meet your aunt? Okay, because this is another thing I was curious about timeline-wise. Gaine Izuko. She obviously worked together with Araragi and made some agreements to try to get connections to Kanbaru she had some mission or something she was doing. I don't know exactly what that was. But I was curious whether or not that had happened yet. And this, I think, is implying that it did. It's last August, right? So I'm trying to put timelines together in my head. That was a while ago from now. Because now I think it was April now, I want to say. It was a while ago for sure. But the way Kaiki's speaking, it looks like we already had that meeting that we were building up to back then. He says her name was Gaine Izuko, which of course it is. And Kanbaru shook her head no, and then said she used a different name around me. So, yeah, because I think when Gaine was talking to Araragi, she did make some comment about not wanting to be introduced to her as her aunt or whatever. So I guess it makes sense she would use a fake name, but she did eventually find out it was Gaine. Don't know how, but she clearly did. But did we actually see what happened during that meeting? Are we actually going to see that meeting at any point? I don't know. Probably not if we skip past it like this. He never got around with Izuko. But the mother helped him. It just really confused whenever he says Gaine's child, because every time I hear the name Gaine, I think Gaine Izuko. But it's a family name, so there's more than one Gaine. It just always confuses me. Especially because the other Gaine no longer is Gaine, just Gaine in his head. So it makes the whole thing very confusing. Yeah, called it like a tutor. Let's see, I'm just kind of going through here. Is there anything else I really want to talk about? So I think it was right about here. Yeah, Kamado talks about how he calls her Gain. From what you said, by the time you met, she should have used the name Kamado. This is what confuses me a little bit, because he said he met her when she was like younger than Kamado or whatever, right? But here she says that, you know, it was after she had her name changed to Kamado, so after she got married. So that sounds contradictory to me, but I could just be misunderstanding something, but I just wanted to point that out. And Kyuu did mention his own girlfriend here, which I think we've heard reference to once, but I'm not sure. It could be mixing up with something else. Yeah, gives her a card, of course, so she can contact him. She probably will end up doing it before the arc is over, I assume. But yeah, she really was hesitant to take the card because, like I said, she doesn't want to feel like she's betraying Araragi and Senjugahara, who have told her that this person's bad news, don't interact with him. Even though Kaigi's really not that bad. He just misunderstood. But of course, he would never do anything bad to Kamado, regardless. So it's okay not to hate him too much, Kamado. And then I did like his little comparison to the whole running, like she doesn't constantly run, even though that's what she would be considered as a runner. Like, just because someone's a con man doesn't mean they're conning people 24/7, basically. But she did take the card, though. That's what matters. Still weird seeing him with the facial hair, though. I can't quite get used to that. Makes him look even more evil somehow. He did bring out the monkey's paw, who somebody's apparently after because they're trying to start a collection. Not sure who that is, if that's someone we know. Probably not. We'll see. And basically, yeah, just give it to the collector. But then Roka was actually brought up before he left as kind of being the one that let him know that she would be there. I'm not sure how Roka would know that either, though, because she hadn't been talking to her. Right? Not since the one meeting. That's a little bit weird. Why she would be talking to Kaigi at all. So. Yeah, Numachi Roka. Then we had her ED, and then we had a top-tier bath scene. You know, Monogatari's got pretty good bath scenes. The one with Shinobu back in episode 4 of Nisa was great. So now we had a pretty good one here as well. So just the flowing water and everything was very well done, as expected of Shaft. Because there wasn't enough nude Kamado in the episode, so of course we needed that there. And then we had Kamado talk to Kaden, you know, because we did have that connection from back in Nisa when Kaden asked Araragi to hook them up, you know, to let them meet each other. And now that relationship's kind of, you know, how would you phrase that? Not really. Something, you know, practical is coming of it, basically. So she's going to help out, it seems. And you gotta love Kamado just sitting outside, completely naked, as you do, you know. Kamado, not the most shame in the world. But it's very beautiful, though. The petals and everything falling. Very nicely done. Nothing to really complain about. If any casual passerby saw that, probably would have made his entire year. I know it would for me. But anyway, that was the episode. It was great. It ended far too soon, though, if I was the closest thing to a complaint I have. So it's good to know Kaigi's alive, good to know that he succeeded in his goal to meet up with Kamado. And it'll be interesting to see when we meet back up with Roka what exactly her deal is. Like, what is going on with her? Why did she help Kaigi meet up with her? How did she even know Kamado was doing that? Like, because Kamado didn't tell her, did she? So yeah, still several questions I have answered here. And hopefully we get those answers in the future. Thank you for watching, and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.